Hello, familia. We are back again with a miracle manifestation and mission focused Monday. Yes, we're putting a new spin on things for Mondays, beloveds. Instead of being more material relationship focused, we're going to bring in mission focused messages for the collective for this week. Miracle manifestation and mission focused Monday. Yes. All right. Before we get started, I'm guided to light some charcoal and bring in some frankincense. Yes. Whew. We're going to get it going really good this time. All right, yep. All right, now I can put it down. It's getting nice and hot to the touch. And just going to grab a little frankincense to drop on top of there. All right, and here we go into the messages. We're already almost 3 minutes in. I do need to plug in though, so give me just one moment. I need to pause. All right, now we can get into the message. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. While we wait for this. There it goes. Now the frankincense is going good. So, feeling guided to do a split at this time. Ooh, we're gonna have to do a little maneuvering over here with a feather. But what we have here is a beautiful mermaid with doves and butterflies around her. Lots of angelfish. Yes, beautiful. Absolutely stunning. All right, let's get right into it. So far, I'm seeing something about finding peace. Give me just a moment. I need to close my door. I also see she, with all the butterflies around her, there is this abundance of transformation going on, and something tells me that it's not limited to 2 or more, because there are 3 butterflies here. So something involving transformation and peace of mind. But another thing I'm noticing is there are these little tiny silver fish, and every single one of them look as though they paused from what they were doing to look in the direction of the mermaid and the dove and the butterflies. There are several of these little silver fish on both sides, and most of the other fish are all facing the same direction. But these fish are peering in on the mermaid, the butterflies, and the dove. Especially since, from the looks of it, they're inside of a globe underwater. So they're a bit curious, for sure. Certainly curious. Likely to do with how it seems as though they are pulling off the impossible. Because the globe is somewhat like a terrarium with an open bottom, where they're able to come up for air. So it's like the fish are as curious about them as they are about the rest of the world. Let's see. The sphere provides her with a means of briefly experiencing another world. And much like a vacation away from home or a brief foray into a different lifestyle, the experience can prove to be intoxicating. It may turn out to be something that leaves us discontent, or it may provide the impetus to move on and make such changes permanent. There's also an air of caution in terms of carefully determining how you feel about the environment you're in and whether you belong there. It's like also saying that some encounters and connections are meant to be temporary, where others are meant to survive more lengthier commitments. So it's like being accepting of that. knowing who we're talking to and understanding that not everyone who is polite to us or cooperative or even collaborative is meant to be our friend per se. But it doesn't mean that other forms of positive interactions and connections cannot also result in something that is reciprocal to that positive feedback loop regardless. And it's like seeing the golden nuggets of wisdom in every connection, but also that discernment of like what kind of connection is this really for all parties involved, and how can we continue to carry it out in a win-win type of atmosphere. 11:11 on the timer, as I said, win-win. Isn't that something? So this morning we had 747 as an angel number, and now we have 11:11. A powerful symbol of new beginnings, spiritual awakening, and manifesting our dreams into reality, beloveds. Yes. It is a reminder that our beliefs shape our reality. Yet another air of caution in that as well. Like, be mindful even of your own thoughts. And sometimes we have to be willing to be wrong about something or be willing to change our mind if, there's changes in the original information or so on and so forth, because there is growth in that. Or even just regardless of how things manifest, fostering a win-win solution. When I see 11:11, it makes me think of the Four of Wands. The Four of Clubs, it would be. And the first thing that comes to my mind is by experiencing, like embracing that curiosity, it brings about a happy surprises and celebrations. It can be a great omen for a lot of things, including happy surprises, happy families, beloveds, happy reunions of some sort, even. Ooh. A pleasant and supportive environment, I'd say. She's surrounded by butterflies. Even some of the angelfish are face their direction. A happy surprise in embracing curiosities. A happy life, success, stability, security, a laying down of roots. Okay, I did another split and look what we have here. It looks as though she has her land legs and she went from one dove to several. So a increase triple. It went from one dove to 3. And the box reminds me somewhat of like a Jack in the Box, where like every Jack in the Box comes with that like little bit of a jump scare, but with that jump scare is something so happy. A happy surprise, beloveds. I can feel it. And it's also for you singles out there, a sign that you should be actually enjoying your single life. It's like you'll find your like soul family or star family. Like you will find your place. Like those trustworthy, loyal connections. Also, some kind of reunion with from a long lost friend. There's also this happy, productive team environment, supportive and uplifting, pleasant environment coming through for the collective. Finances are even, and this is the only time I'm going to touch on finances, but finances even are going to improve in some kind of way this week. Even if like it's not cash in hand immediately this week, something is going to come through. Our Creator is going to provide in some kind of way where we can just continue to be mission focused, like laser focused on the bigger scheme of things and what's really going on, and putting in the work. A return to good health, a new beginning as we release the past. By 3s. It's like by releasing the one little thing, there was space created for triple the abundance of more pleasant things. Vitality, good health. Disclaimer alert, not a doctor, not a diagnosis, not a prescription, not a prognosis. I'm just saying. Oh, look. Four of Wands, 1111. And this card, believe it or not, represents new beginnings and release from the past right here. You may have a fresh start any moment you choose. For this thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. All right? Beautiful. On the floor are 3. I don't know why this is so significant at this time, but on the floor there are 3 cards. 3 discarded cards. Each a Fool from other tarot decks. And their spirits are released as doves for a new beginning. Whether it's in the form of treasured objects of material or symbolic value, relationships, careers, familiar surroundings, or even personal ideals, at some point we may have to discard them like a tree shedding leaves in order to liberate ourselves and allow for future growth. So this week it's as though we're being given a new assignment. 3, it's like, it doesn't have to be people necessarily, anything like that. You know, we're not telling you to go around and break up with everybody, your friends, your family, your spouse, your partner, or, you know, significant other, whatever. That's not what's up. But I think this is more of a metaphorical type of thing going on here. 3 things that, we'll just say, lack community spirit, or create self-doubt, or can create more delays, or anything or anyone that makes you feel unwelcome. By 3s. 3 things that is placed on your heart, and only you will know what it is. Only you will know what that is. That need to just be let go. People, places, things, objects, you know. You could have like 20 different collections of 20 different things from 20 different genres, and you could be like, okay, well, I can definitely get rid of some of this before it, you know, turns into something out of control, basically. All right. Oop, these cards wanted to separate. Let's see here. Since they decided to separate, we're going to look at all 4 of them. Well, I mean, they didn't decide to separate. That just seems to be what happened. All right, let's begin with number 6. This beautiful image. And what I was saying a little bit ago about, well, I said peace of mind was being restored, and look, this is exactly it. Prioritizing peace of mind is what this card means to some extent. But there's more to it. And in terms of being mission focused, this is about restoring, I'm hearing it now, restoring the rainbow sun, the rainbow star, which you do realize that this, what we perceive as a sun is also a star, a big one. So yeah, something like that. And being in alignment with it. Being in alignment to, in terms of our soul's mission, put into the return and regeneration of that rainbow star. The OG. For the tangible and the unseen, like, or seemingly transparent. Being more transparent, having such a peace of mind with who you are that you have no problem being transparent. Let's talk about number 6 a bit more here. Tranquility and being at peace. Receipts for what I was saying. Yes. We have experienced a difficult period, but the trial is over. Challenging times in their multitude of forms, worries over financial or health issues, troubled relationships, or concern for others close to us have left us physically weakened or spiritually tested. Isn't that the truth? We've been having discussions amongst each other and telepathically for quite some time now about all these tests, test after test after test in multitudes of forms. Now, by conclusion and acceptance, our troubles are past. Now we need the comforting embrace of rest. It's time to recuperate and regain our strength. This is that recalibration and renewal time that's coming in right now. And the only way to receive it is to be in alignment with it. And remember, belief is the most powerful force in the universe. Okay. So, yes, find your zen. I mean, that's probably not even the best way to put it. But prioritizing peace most certainly is. Let's go on into the next one. We have the number 4. Right now, oh, look, I said something about the 4 of Wands earlier and 1111 reminding me of. So now I'm getting that not only is the universe mirroring us, but so is someone else. And I see, like, The maiden and the crone. So this is telling me that our ancestors, both our ancestors and our youth, our child self, are involved in this mission. And all throughout 2025, even, we're being guided to embrace that child self that much more so, and be open to being more playful, bringing more fun and play even into your vocation. It doesn't even have to be considered work if it doesn't feel like work. What else? Just more creative self-expression. But also there is a time for when we can also tap into our ancestors, the higher selves and ascended master self and angelic self, because there's wisdom that can be imparted either way. There's something that we can learn and integrate from our child self as well as our ancestors, including our galactic lineage, our light lineage beloveds. Last year, 2024, was the year of the golden dragon. Now, I don't necessarily support I don't support the belief system behind that saying, but for some reason, I'm being guided to just love everyone, all belief systems, and as long, and just, we can come together as long as everyone involved is respectful. And this is also, now it's being placed on my heart to say, this also involves self-respect. Making sure our own house is in order. Making sure that we have that respect for ourselves. Set boundaries, both for ourselves and others. And show equal reverence to all parts of ourselves. Our youth, and our ancestry, our lineage, our ancestors. Let's read about it. Number 4. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you've found something going on, but take your time, think a lot. Why think of everything you've got? For you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. And it's lyrics from Father and Son by Cat Stevens. Shout out to Cat Stevens. There may be no right or wrong. The view is the same, but its perception is different. Fresh ideas and experience sharing the same eyes, but a different vision. There it is. There it is. Two manifestations of the same person share a commonality, one from the fresh, eager innocence of youth, and the other from the calmer, sobering maturity of experience. Both grasp the same mask in unison, their destinies entwined and ultimately inseparable. At some point, both will see the same vision. Beautiful. Both will see the same vision. Moving along. Number 22. Oh boy. In 3. 1, 2, 3. We have a master number on the table. And there is also some reflection coming in. Something more with those twos frequently showing themselves. The twos. There's an affirmation. Where'd it go? There. There it is. Balance. Doing some reflecting in order to maintain balance is what I just heard. Okay? With the twos. What feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. All right, let's see what the book says now. Yep, reflections, looking back in hindsight. Wow. Okay. One who is capable of reflecting on past actions, motives, and approving of some while also disapproving of others. Successes, failures, mistakes, and regrets all belong in the past and cannot be changed. Some things should not be dwelt upon, and we should move on. Both the good and bad have value and have contributed to what we are now and offer lessons to be learned for future decisions. The distance of time adds context and perspective to a nostalgic view of past events, as he's rolling an old school projector. Of course, a retro style one at that. I said old school, but, you know, tomato, tomato. Yes, viewing a selection of images from the past, loaded with images of other cards from this deck. Expression is neutral, unclear whether those projected images are evoking fond memories or painful regrets. So now I'm getting a bit of something, stoicism, like, yeah, like something, literally just the word stoicism was dropped on my heart all by itself, okay? And I tried to put it into a whole novella, and now I'm putting the brakes on. I'm sure you get it. Let's not dwell in the past. Otherwise, we may be overlooking new details of new assignments towards our soul's mission that are right in front of our face. Choosing times where we just allow somebody to be right. Allow them to take part in the emotional bias. And work on, doing the work in emotional maturity, okay? And now we have number 41. And this is confirmation of what I was saying earlier about honoring all parts of ourselves. Look, these are those little Russian dolls that all fit inside of each other, except for the biggest one, of course. Beautiful. Honoring all parts of ourselves. Or learning, putting it into practice until we just don't even have to think about it anymore. That's balance with those twos. Now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? That alignment we seek also seeks us. Breathe, rest, and reset. And look, there's 3 mirrors. Breathe, rest, reset. Ooh. Okay. Knowing oneself. One's own self is well hidden from one's own self. Of all mines of treasure, one's own is the last to be dug up. This is a card of self-examination and reflection, one after the other. The answer to who we are can have multiple answers, and those answers may change with time and circumstances. So also, not only embracing all parts of yourself, but also embracing yourself and that self-respect from wherever you are in this moment, and continue to show sacred reverence to all parts of yourself, but also no matter where you go, no matter where you are, wherever you are in that moment, in this moment. Yeah, that's the message with that card. So, lots of reflection and introspection going on this week. Taking inventory, breathing, resting, resetting, but also there is productivity and vitality as well. So there are going to be probably some things that we need to get done that we don't necessarily want to do. But once we do them and get it done, we'll feel so much better, and the outcomes that we can control will be uplifting, elevating, beneficial. Oh, I feel really great about what I just accomplished in this period of time, in this window of time, in this moment, in the now. Something we can do in the now, like in right now, that where we can apply that vitality and that energy, but also remember that in order to maintain stability and lay down those roots, we got to be willing to go not necessarily into that darkness every single time, but some kind of resting point so that we can get revitalized. The vitality is there now, but now I'm hearing, instead of waiting until we're about to lose all that vitality, take like something intermittent that is coming into play. 4, 4, 4, 4 on the timer as I was trying to spit that out. Even more 4s. And even that master number adds up to a 4. 22 adds up to a 4. So, overall, be it connections, but also these small strides that we can make, these small achievements that we can knock out in the now, are going to be so rewarding this week. I can, like, as I'm saying it, I can feel it, like, emanating off of me, especially through my arms and my hands, coming straight out of my heart center. I can feel it flowing out my hands. Confirmation that our environment all this week is going to be pleasant. We should be getting along well with others, being productive, but also making time for rest, balance. By making small steps, major shifts. I just heard, ooh, I felt that actually in my heart. Like I felt it right here as I was saying that. Ooh. Look. Even more energy involving that peace of mind at the bottom. In the environment, behind the scenes. Right here. Wow. So this is where I'm feeling guided to draw this miracle manifestation and mission focused Monday message. Right here. Solitude. Only in quiet waters do things mirror themselves undistorted. Only in a quiet mind is adequate perception of the world. We all need some me time. That is the primary focus of the message. Prioritizing solitude, not just any chance you can get and be like completely selfish with all of your free time. However, it as the definition of this card states, the family, the job, the groceries, the world, they can all wait during these precious moments of escape. And during these times, nothing else exists but you and your higher power. Through the reflection and introspection, also taking time to sit with it without any distractions. Doing some releasing. And of course, that air of caution. If the distance between us and others is extended too far, it may become difficult to return. So definitely prioritizing me time without it becoming just any other overindulgence. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And good fortune. Also behind the scenes, coming in from behind that number 35. This is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All aspects of life. This is Lady Luck. Taking risks. Okay. Yes. Being willing to take a risk about something, but also consider all the pros and cons before engaging in anything risky. Alright? Thank you so very much for tuning in. With much gratitude and appreciation. If you made it this far, you are a rock star. From my heart chakra to yours.